Miracle Boy Boxing. I am your host, Jose Cruz. And guys, ladies and gentlemen, the moment the boxing world has been waiting for, and that is finally Xander Zayas gets that stiff, tough challenge ahead of him in terms of opponent. Based on word and articles out there and ESPN Knockout, it's been made official. February 16th on the co-main event of Oshaki Foster versus Abraham Nova at Madison Square Garden in New York, New York. Xander Zayas will be facing off against former world champion from Brazil, 33 years old, 33 wins, 4 losses, 24 knockouts, Patrick Teixeira. And, for some time, we've been hearing and fans in social media commenting, oh, when is Xander Zayas going to fight an opponent? When is he going to fight a name? Who's this guy? Who's this guy? Who's this bum? Who's this taxi driver? And so far, Top Rank, all they've been doing is building him up. All they've been doing is, doing the right stuff, gradually building his resume, gradually building his competition, matchmaking him the right way. I think they've done a pretty good job matchmaking Zayas' opponents. And like I said, Quincy Lavallée was a good tricky fighter. No elite. Elias Espada, tough Mexican fighter, veteran. Jose Luis Sanchez, when Xander Zayas was 20, with a tremendous fight, for a 19-year-old kid at the time, 19 or 20. Both guys trading bombs. It was a very, very tough fight for Zayas at that time, but Zayas rose to the occasion and got the decision. And Jose Luis Sanchez is no slouch. And then he fought, trying to remember the name again. Oh, Roberto Venezuela Jr. That was a tough test. That guy was coming in with all his wins by knockout almost. He was 21-4 with 20 knockouts. Tough Mexican fighter. And Xander Zayas, showed patience, excellent timing, excellent precision, accuracy. And he did not rush anything. And the stoppage came in 5 rounds after he drew a cut on Venezuela's nose, from his jab, that sharp piston-like jab, peppering Venezuela's nose into oblivion, busted it up, and to the point where they stopped the fight. But and then his last fight against Jorge Forteja, dropping him twice on a body shot and stopping it in 5 rounds. Another veteran. Excellent performance. Another excellent performance, and that's what we want to see in a fighter on the rise to stardom like Xander Zayas. Now, this is it, guys. This is the moment we've been waiting for. This is the opponent, the type of opponents we've been waiting for. And Xander Zayas now has a moment, has the chance to show the world that he's for real, and he belongs in there with these big guys, these big names. Patrick Teixeira, he's a former world champion. Like I said, 33 wins, 4 losses, 24 knockouts from Brazil. He's been in there with Curtis Stevenson. He's been in there with Brian Castaño, Carlos Adames. He went decision with Castaño by losing that decision in an spirited effort in that fight. Then he got knocked out in 2 rounds by Curtis Stevenson. We all remember who Curtis Stevens is. But he's more known for defeating Carlos Adames. That's at the time when that happened, that was an upset. I saw that fight. I wanted to see what Xander Zayas is going to have to be dealing with on the 16th of February, and the fight was really good. It was really competitive. Adames was really, in the beginning, I was like, wow, Adames really giving Mr. Texeria a beating here. And then halfway throughout the fight, Carlos Adames faded. And all of a sudden, Texeria started to come on. There was a big cut on his eye, over his eye. Blood was just profusely pouring down off his face. And he was just throwing punches. He never gave up. In the second half of the fight, he was really taking it to Adames, out fighting him, showing a lot of heart. And I'm like, whoa, this guy can fight. He's for real. He's a challenge. And it was what it was. He got the decision over Carlos Adames, who is right now the reigning WBC interim 160-pound champion. So that was a big win. And the more Adames wins, that win becomes even bigger on his resume. So obviously, by far, we all know this is going to be the biggest challenge, biggest test of Xander Zayas' career. You know, the young kid has the skills, the talent, and in my opinion, I think, and I'm sure a lot of you guys as well, that his power, if you notice that anytime he's been hitting these guys, they drop in the first round. You know, Xander Zayas, his timing is amazing. Sharp, quick, and his power is just gonna get even stronger, even better, because he's just gonna, he's only 21 years old. He's still getting that man strength. He's getting physically stronger. His power is increasing, and he's just gonna get better and better. So this is it, guys. 21 years old is the time to step up, and there you have it. February 16th, Xander Zayas finally has a chance to show the world that he is for real and is a future world champion and a future superstar, Puerto Rican superstar. And only one way to do that, and that's by defeating Patrick Texeria. Guys like Patrick Texeria. And once, likely, and if Xander Zayas gets past Patrick Texeria in impressive fashion, then you can expect guys like Tony Harrison to come on in the picture versus Xander Zayas. Eventually Tim Tszyu. He's ready for these guys. Erickson Lubin, Sebastian Fundora, Jesus Ramos. These guys, once Xander Zayas get past this and what we expect to happen, but you just never know in boxing. This is a serious challenge. This is a good fight. Patrick Texeria is a warrior. Based on what I've seen, he can fight. He's a former world champion, like I said. And knocking out Carlos Adames in a big win. So this is it. We've been waiting for a big opponent. We've been waiting for a name opponent, a familiar face for Xander Zayas. Xander Zayas has everything to become the next Puerto Rican superstar. He's got the looks, the smile, the personality, the charm, the skills, the talent. Means business when that bell rings. And this is it, guys. Xander Zayas, 18-0, 11 knockout versus Patrick Texeria. 33-4, 24 knockouts. Co-main event to O'Shaquie Foster versus Abraham Nova at Madison Square Garden. Big test for Xander Zayas. Let's see what happens there. Miracle with Boxing, guys. I am your host, Wilson Cruz. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, guys. It's all the better talk to guys about boxing right here. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.